Hey dancers, Alex with motivPT here. So as a physical therapist and as a ballroom dance instructor, in the clinic and online, I end up treating a lot of dancers. And one common area of deficit or weakness is your lateral hip. So lateral hip weakness will often manifest in this snapping hip issue on the outside here, or outer or inner knee pain. So being weak here will translate all the way down. It can affect ankle issues, back issues, all that stuff. And having, ballroom dance and social dance, you're moving and shifting through weight quite a bit. So if you're moving through that weight and you're not supported at your hip, then it can lead to some stuff. So we're gonna talk about how to strengthen that muscle. First, where it is. If you take that hip bone and you go to your hip crest, it's everything in between. So this is your gluteus medius. It's one of the layers of your glutes. And that's kind of your primary hip stabilizer and abductor or lifting up. So when I'm balanced on one leg, you can try this at home and find out how you do. If I can keep my hips level for a sustained period of time, maybe 30 seconds or a minute, this might be working okay. But if I'm standing here and I dip that hip, so if that goes out and this hip drops down, suddenly I'm kind of uneven here, it's probably an indication that my outside of my hip or my abductors are a little bit weak. And that will lead to some issues. So let's talk about how to strengthen it. So today, what I'm gonna use, I've got a little hip band here. We're gonna do monster walks, and those are one of my favorite exercises. I do them with everybody. Everybody hates them, but it's because they are hard, but they are so good for you. So it's kind of like your worst exercise medicine. Hurts so good. So what you're gonna do, if you've got a band, you can kind of follow along with me. What I would typically do is put my feet in, and then even out the band on the outside of the knees. If I lift it up here, that's gonna be easier. If I put the band way down on my ankles, that's gonna be harder. But with your band here, if I were out at the gym or just working out at home, I would set a distance. I might get down, you're in an athletic squat, so kind of a butt back squat, not this position. So butt back, and then you are stepping sideways. I'm gonna go back this way. What you should notice is my ankle and knee are traveling together. I'm not trying to sneak out and then move over that way. That would be cheating, and we're not gonna spend any time cheating here. So if you're in a space where you have a long hallway, you can get into your squat, go down the length of the hallway, get to the end, give yourself a break, you probably earned it, and then get back into your squat and go this other way. If you don't have a perfect hallway like that, what I would typically do is 30 seconds one way, leading with one leg, and then switch 30 seconds the other way. If you have to, curve around furniture, that's totally fine. As long as that one leg is leading, you're doing the exercise. What you should feel is strong hip activity and muscle fatigue with this. This is one of those exercises, they never get easier. You'll get stronger and you can probably upgrade band colors, but it's a really tough exercise. So if you do it and you said, I don't really feel it, you probably didn't do it right, or you didn't use a hard enough band color. And now if you're thinking, but Alex, I want to strengthen my side butt and outer hip and I don't have a band, my advice is to go get a band. But in the meantime, one great thing to do, check yourself out in a mirror, put fingers on your ASIS, it's the front of your hip bone here. With your fingers on these landmarks, can you get balanced on one leg? And give yourself a time, goal, 30 seconds to a minute. Can you hold that, keeping these level and without sinking down into that hip? And you could do a few sets of that. So with the monster walks, I would recommend doing, when we're working on this, maybe a few days a week, 3 sets of 30 seconds each direction. If you're gonna start with a single leg balance, do 3 sets of 30 seconds to a minute on each leg. With the monster walks, butt back athletic squat, with the single leg balance, make sure your hip is staying forward and underneath you and not back here. So that's what I got so far. Work on our side butts. Let's prevent some hip and knee injuries so we can keep on dancing. All right, see ya.